Alright, I've got ground beef cooking here. I kind of cleaned for you guys. I mean, like, you want to see? I kind of cleaned. My counter's clean-ish. Stack of dishes to do, as per usual. Anyways, I thought I'd do dinner with you. And show you what I'm doing to use some canned stuff that I have in my cupboard. So, I got some ground beef here. And some garlic. Wait, yeah, garlic. Onion and the garlic look the same, so you want lots of that too. You can add you could use real garlic in this, but I don't have any. All right, I'm going to continue with voiceover because it got kind of loud in my kitchen. So I just added some Worcestershire sauce for some flavor. As I said, garlic and onion powder. You can totally use real garlic and onion. I just have picky children, and it's easier to use the seasoning here. Salt. I am slightly over seasoning my meat because I don't really have to season the food as it comes. So then I'm just going to dump a little bit of water in here, get all the brown bits off the bottom. That's some good flavor. We don't want to miss out on that. And I'm going to take a second to say thank you to Angel, because this is a collaboration hosted by Angel McMillan. I hope you go and check out her channel. I'll leave her in the description box down below, as well as a group playlist. This is a take on cheeseburger stew. We absolutely love cheeseburger stew in our house. So that was kind of my goal, but then I was also trying to use some stuff up from my cupboard, and I have tons of vegetable soup, like tons. The kids don't really like it, but if I sneak it into dinner and stuff, they don't really notice it as much. So I am trying to do the Three Rivers Homestead Challenge. So in January, she doesn't buy, for January and February, she just works from her pantry and everything she has accumulated over the course of the year to use it up and make space for the coming gardening season. So I am doing a low spend January, trying to just use up what we have on hand and only buy what we absolutely need as far as groceries go, and see what we can save. So this is a great way to use up stuff out of your cupboard. So I've just been using whatever I can, and I thought it would be fun to share what we're making. So again, cheeseburger stew is a big favorite in our house. It's basically just ground beef, potatoes, vegetables, and cheese and seasonings. So the other thing I did do wrong here is I put my cheese in a little too early. I normally use processed cheese. Swiss cheese is really good, or not Swiss cheese, sorry. Cheese Whiz is really good in this, and regular cheese works great too. So the problem with using fresh grated cheese is you want to make sure you add it at the very end, because sometimes it just clumps up and it doesn't dissolve or like melt in as well. I did use some Swiss cheese, which added a great flavor, but I should have put it in at the very end, because the Swiss cheese, it didn't really melt into it. But like I said, it was really good because it left kind of chunks of Swiss cheese throughout it. So this was a big hit, as always. Like I said, we love cheeseburger stew. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope that you give it a try. It is super easy to make, and all the kids are helping. They love to be in the kitchen with me and learn to cook. So the other variation I did, because again, I'm trying to just use up cans of stuff, I added half a can of chickpeas, and I also added corn at one point because I didn't have any frozen. Usually I'll just use frozen mixed veggies in this, but you can put any vegetables you want. You don't even have to add vegetables. If you just want meat and potatoes, you go right ahead and just have meat and potatoes. It's your kitchen, it's your meal, it's your dinner, you do what you want. I just know my kids are not super picky, but they don't really like it when I try new things. So this was a hit. They loved it. The chickpeas cooked in perfectly, and they actually do enjoy chickpeas. So I just topped up the pot there with water to where it needed to be, and just let it cook, let it boil down and thicken up. At one point here, you're going to see me add a slurry in. I just took out a little bit of liquid from the top and let it cool down, but you can also use just water. The soup itself seemed a little bit oily, as you can see there on the top. So normally I will put some flour in with my ground beef and make a little bit of a roux at the beginning, and I didn't do that this time. I'm not really sure why. So what I did is I just scooped off that top layer, and normally when you do that, make a roux at the beginning there with that grease from the ground beef, it actually eliminates it from being greasy later on. So what I did is I just took my spoon there and I scooped a lot of that off the top, and I added the flour into that mixture there, into that little bit of the grease and water, because it's still flavorful. But again, you can do it however you like. And again, I just want to say thank you so much to Angel for hosting this collab. It is an open collab. I'm not sure if it's going to be a monthly one or if it's just a one-time thing, but I really hope you will check out all the other ladies and see what they've made for you. I really have been wanting to do this for a while. I've been wanting to share the food I make and kind of what we eat. I just never get around to editing a lot of these videos. So I have tons of videos in my camera roll of like dinner videos, and I'm not sure if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing, because I know there's quite a few what's for dinner videos and stuff out there. But if you are interested in seeing more dinner videos, please let me know and I will get to editing, because really editing is what slows me down. We're busy. I have lots going on with 6 kids and everything else. So I've been focusing and getting the kids to help on a lot of decluttering and getting things out of the house. So my focus hasn't been as much in the kitchen, but again, my goal for January has been low spend and to really use up what we already have. So we have been in the kitchen a lot, making lots of meals, lots of snacks. I have not grocery shopped since before Christmas, or no, since Christmas, I think, was the last time I did a full grocery shop. Maybe after Christmas, I think it might have been actually that I did a full grocery shop. Either way, I have not shopped at all yet in January. And I'm going to apologize right now for the state of my clothing. My goodness, my shirt is filthy. But I do know that on this day, I had made cinnamon buns and banana muffins and cookies. So, you know, when you're cooking, I don't know about you, but when I cook, I never stay clean. I've never in my life been able to stay clean when I'm in the kitchen. I tend to make a little bit of a mess. Not only just on the house, but also myself. I need aprons. That's going to be my goal for January, is to get some aprons. And there's my big helper, Alex. He is my best little cook. Like, honestly, I couldn't ask for a better helper. He always comes in and taste tests for me and helps me figure out what kind of seasonings or what we should add. And he wanted to scoop out the food for dinner that night, so I let him help. And there it is. That's the leftovers. I forgot to get a good view of it before, but there's our leftover cheeseburger stew. Big hit. So for tonight's dinner, we're trying something new. I've never made this before, so I don't know what's going to happen. I have leftover potatoes, mashed potatoes from last night. No, last night we had spaghetti and meatballs. This is leftover from the night before. And then my sister sent home here. Actually, I think there's some potatoes in here. Hold on, let me see. My sister sent home this chicken and potatoes and stuff from the other night. So we are going to use this for tonight's dinner. Oh, that's really good. I think she cooked it in, like, I'm going to say onion soup and mushroom soup. And then stuffing and mashed potatoes. So I'm going to add those mashed potatoes into mine. And then I'm going to add a cup of flour and 1 egg into this. And we're going to make our gnocchi. And I'm also going to get a gnocchi. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm also going to get a pot out and fill it with water and chicken broth and my chicken here to start our base. Okay, so I've got my chicken in the pot here, and I just added some water, like 3 jars, I don't know. And now I'm just mixing up my potatoes, so I just wanted to show you what it looks like so far. And then so I'm just going to get this mixed into a dough. All right, I was so focused on my dumplings, I forgot to film dinner. So I just added frozen mixed veggies. I had some frozen kale to use up in the freezer, and then I added the dumplings when I was done making them, and that's it. Simple and yummy, delicious soup. So yeah, I used 5 cups of flour and 2 eggs and probably 4 cups of potatoes. They just taste like a dumpling. They taste good. I don't know. Okay, I don't have my tripod, so we're just doing this like on the fly here. So like I said, the key to this is lots of flour. So I'm just rolling this out. This isn't quite the log that I want it to be yet. And then I'm just using my bench scraper here, pastry scraper, whatever, to just cut little bits across. And then, like I said, you just fill them with lots and lots of flour. So, and that helps them to not stick. This is a second, like the other half of the batch. There was so much, so. What are you doing? Are you helping? Putting her to work early? What are you doing? Are you scooping dinner? Somebody has learned that she can push a chair up over to the stove or counter and get up here. I don't like it at all, but she's figured it out. This girl's a climber. Ooh, what are you doing?